Hey, movie enthusiasts, buckle up because today we're delving into a mystery that's been boggling our cinematic minds. Why was Will Ferrell absent in Megamind 2? I know it's like having peanut butter without jelly or Batman without Robin. It just doesn't feel right. So grab your popcorn and let's unravel this Hollywood enigma together. Okay, so Megamind 2 is coming, but hold on. Will Ferrell won't be our Megamind this time. Bit of a head scratcher, right? The first movie wasn't a hit at first, but became a cult fave. Now they're making a sequel, but Ferrell's out and Keith Ferguson's in. Cue confusion. Here's the kicker. Ferrell's doing another animated sequel around the same time. What gives? Did Ferrell want out, or did the movie bosses want to change? We're in the dark on that one. Ferrell was like the secret sauce in the first Megamind, so changing him up is making us wonder if the sequel will still have the special something. Megamind's story gets a major update in his new projects, Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate and Megamind Rules. The original movie did a solid job introducing our main guy, but these new projects take it up a notch. The voice cast in the new stuff is completely different from the original, showing they're not afraid of shaking things up. And guess what? These changes spill into Megamind's character, with some big updates to his origin story. The sequels spill the beans on Megamind's childhood and spill some tea on his relationships with other villains. The first movie was mostly about his beef with Metro Man, so we didn't get to see much about his villain alliances. That's where the new show and movie shine, giving us more time to explore these aspects of Megamind's story. This updated backstory helps us understand Megamind's personality and quirks better, setting the stage for some mysteries to unfold in future storylines. So Will Ferrell won't be back as Megamind, but guess what? He's scoring the role of the villain in Despicable Me 4, hitting screens just a few months after Megamind 2 on March 1st. Now, Despicable Me is a massive hit, raking in tons of money, and Ferrell's joining the villain crew. Megamind and Despicable Me have different vibes, making Ferrell's decision a bit tricky. Despicable Me is a big shot in the animation world, making loads of cash, so Ferrell might have leaned toward playing the bad guy there, but we're not entirely sure. Both movies had similar schedules, making it a tough call. Maybe Despicable Me 4 seemed like the easier gig, who knows? They've swapped Ferrell for Megamind 2 with Keith Ferguson. Good news? It gives the movie a new flavor. Tricky part? Ferguson's Megamind sounds nothing like Ferrell's iconic version. It's like changing your favorite ice cream after falling in love with your original taste. Some might dig the change, but others miss that Ferrell magic. Let's see if this switch-up adds spice to Megamind or leaves fans craving the OG version. So, changing Megamind's voice could be a way to shake things up, but maybe it could have been smoother. Starting with a Megamind TV show first might have been a smarter move. The studio could have seen how people reacted to the new voice and then gone from there. Releasing the show alongside the movie feels like diving in headfirst without testing the waters. Alright, let's dive into Megamind's childhood story in Megamind Rules. Episode 3 takes us on a wild ride. So, Megamind, our hero, locks himself in a safe room to avoid cockroaches. He sends his pals Chum and Keiko to handle the bug invasion, but things take a crazy turn. Chum accidentally sprays a cockroach with super intelligence spray, and it ends up antagonizing Megamind. The smart cockroach named Rochelle starts grilling Megamind, and he spills the beans about his fear, childhood trauma with cockroaches. Megamind spills that, back in the day, a gang of cockroaches decided to have a feast on his face while he was in prison. No word on any physical harm, it was just a sandwich that attracted the bugs. But this event left a serious mark on Megamind. The whole episode shows him desperately trying to avoid cockroaches because he's super scared of them. Now remember, Megamind has faced some hardcore heroes and villains, so it's quite surprising that he's terrified of cockroaches. But hey, that's what makes him unique. In the end, with the help of Keiko and Chum, Megamind conquers his fear and saves the day. Who would have thought cockroaches could be so intense in Megamind's world? Before he became Metro City's defender, he started a supervillain team called the Doom Syndicate. Now, these villains didn't show up in the first Megamind movie, but they take center stage in Megamind 2. The sequel spills the beans that Megamind founded the Doom Syndicate and had them chill in prison until he gave them the signal to break out. When Megamind goes all hero and gets the key to the city, the Doom Syndicate sees it as a cue to bust out and join forces with him. This is a total surprise, considering the franchise has always painted Megamind as a solo act. Megamind's a hit, but switching up Will Ferrell's voice may not sit well with everyone. Ferrell nailed it as Megamind, bringing the character to life and making him unforgettable. He got Megamind's quirks and made him stand out. Seeing Megamind go from villain to hero was a big part of what made him so interesting. Now, Keith Ferguson's got some big shoes to fill, and it's going to be tough. Some folks are already throwing shade online after hearing Ferrell won't be back. So while there's still a hunger for Megamind in 2024, changing Ferrell's voice might leave some fans feeling unsure. Even if Ferguson does a great job, it shows how important Ferrell is to Megamind. Fans have been waiting forever for a true sequel, and they're right to want the original voice actor. The buzz around the new movie and TV show is already a bit negative because of this. Now, if these projects turn out awesome, they might win over the doubters. But if they fall flat, it could be a problem. Megamind's future kinda depends on these projects doing well. If Megamind 2 doesn't meet expectations, a third movie might not happen. So fingers crossed for some serious success here. In the first Megamind movie, we watched our guy Megamind switch from being a bad dude to realizing heroes aren't just born, they're made. He became the city's hero. Now in the sequel, it's likely we'll see Megamind wrestling with his past, maybe turning into an anti-hero or struggling to adjust to the good side. Think of it like Disney's Descendants 2, where the main character Mal rethinks who she is, goes back to her evil ways, and figures out she's not who she used to be. The city might question Megamind's abilities because of his old choices, the city's destruction, and the 85 life sentences hanging over him. He might be on a mission to prove he's still a valuable hero, kinda like what happened in Disney's The Incredibles 2, where the city wanted to keep tabs on heroes with superpowers. Now, when it comes to the TV series, there are a couple of routes it could take. One option is to follow the path of Illumination's Despicable Me 2, where the villain turns into a hero by taking on new roles like a spy or a dad. Imagine Megamind diving into a similar career that still lets him show off his mastermind and plotting skills, a cool way to explore his character. On the other hand, DreamWorks might go for a whole new storyline, making the series independent. Think of it like what happened with DreamWorks' Puss in Boots: The Last Wish or Disney's Frozen 2. These sequels spin off into completely different stories and adventures, so viewers can jump in without knowing much about the original. So whether Megamind becomes a hero with a twist or goes on a brand new journey, there's plenty to look forward to in this animated universe. Not only is Will Ferrell out, but some other OG Megamind stars like Tina Fey, Jonah Hill, and Brad Pitt are missing too. Laura Post steps into Megamind's love interest's shoes. Why the switch? Maybe it clashes in schedules or saving some cash for the Peacock platform. Fans were pumped for the Megamind universe to grow, but now they're a bit meh about these changes. Peacock's doing something different by dropping both the Megamind TV series and the sequel to the original movie on the same day. It's got folks wondering what's in store for both projects. Now in this new movie, Megamind's got a real challenge on his hands. His old crew still thinks he's a bad guy, but he's pushing to be the hero. Talk about a tough spot. The catch is that this film is heading straight to streaming over 10 years after the first one. How it'll vibe with a fresh batch of fans is a bit of a mystery. Add in new voices for the main characters and some brand new personalities joining the story, it's like DreamWorks is throwing a curveball into the mix. Fans are going to be curious to see how they build on Megamind's legacy, especially since he used to be the bad guy everyone loved. So, get ready for a roller coaster of old versus new in the new Megamind saga.